What's up, YouTube? We up in this bitch. Um, yeah, another interesting topic here. And I think this is a conversation that needs to be had. Women are addicted to power and sex, not love and submission. And this is, I think we have to understand this is what women are preaching. This is what their ideology is, right? And men, we think that, oh, she needs to love me for me. Then she needs to submit to me. They say, if she really rocks with you, she'll submit to you. No woman would ever truly submit to a man. She may submit to her desires to get things from that man or to be extracting resources from that man, but she's not giving him strictly or submitting to him. She's submitting to what she feels. Meaning she's actually submitting to her emotions and the way she feels, not necessarily the man. Meaning when she wakes up in the morning and her feelings say, hey, this is not the guy I want. I don't care how much money you give her. I don't care if you did everything right. She'll get rid of you. Or you could be the worst person in the world, not give a fuck. And she's going to, if she still has feelings for you, she's going to walk you down. So this is the reality of women's position. They are definitely addicted to power. The power part is everything that they demand from men makes them feel like they're the prize, right? And they love feeling in control. And this is why they won't do things for men. This is why they don't cater to men. Because it doesn't feel good to cater to men, but it feels good when men cater to them. So they feel good about being worshipped. That's what gets them off. That's what makes them feel for the guy more, right? That he's doing what she say, not arguing with her, buying her everything she wants, and listening to her, and sexing her. All these things, right? He has to do continually. At least until she's 70 years old. Because at 70, I think they don't want sex as much. But you need to do them things continually to please her. And she might keep you around. But love and submission, that's not what they really want. That's not what they really get with men for. We have to learn to keep it real. We got to learn to understand that women do not want the things we think they want. And we see a video here of just how much Ali was trying to, put women on blast, and she was coming for his head. She was coming for his head.
Respectfully, y'all sisters, like respectfully too. This from Jesus, like I'm grabbing a hold of Will. Y'all liars, man. Y'all are huge liars. Like y'all go to church, but your best friend a 304, and you always outside with her. You don't want your man to be gay, but your best friend is gay. And you support the LGBT community. You don't want no coon or your kid dating outside, but you'll use feminism, sexual liberation, and the court system against y'all, man. Y'all want everything and nothing at the same time. It happens all the time. You want all the power, no responsibility. So y'all keep asking what's wrong with the man, but never look back at you and say what's wrong with the woman who raising the kids. So most of everything y'all say are lies. If you can get Cash App, if you can get stripper money, if you can be an only fans woman, if you can get a man to fix your car, if you can get a step crash dummy, why can't you keep a father in the house? Why can't you keep a husband in the house? Y'all are liars. Y'all prioritize yourself over the man, and then when you don't get what you want, you play victim and you make the man the predator and you say he the bad man. But somehow these men who are no good keep getting inside of you and getting you pregnant. But the man who good, like my brother Truth keeps saying, y'all look over those men. He not good enough for you. His pee-pee might be too small, he might be too heavy, he might be too short. It's something wrong about him that you keep finding. But when we found out, every single time is that even Michael B. Jordan is a problem. Even Shamar Moore is a problem. Even Tyrese is a problem.
And this is just the cold hard fact, right? Ali is correct in everything he's saying. But the reality of it is they're not going to change. Women are not going to change. They're not finna go back and worship men or flip it. And we can tell them this information till the cows come back or till the sky turns green. It's not happening. These women are not the women that we was taught as we were growing up to be, right? A lot of them love songs to women. It was a test. It was actually an indictment on men that they were breaking down. They were submitting to the woman, right? Because I think there was probably a real battle of this, particularly in the black community, right? Particularly in the black community. Because the white guys and Asians, they've been turned over the power. Hey, I just want to be happy wife, happy life, right? But black men in like the 60s or 70s, we start caving in, right? We started caving in. Oh, baby, it's a man's world, but it would be nothing without a woman. And all these songs, take to the sky on a natural high, loving you more till the day that I die, right? All these songs that we were singing to them, because it was the only way a woman would give you a chance to be with her. It was the only way that the man could get in jaws. He had to pretty much beg her to get in the jaws and convince her to get some, while she would make him wait, right? She would make him wait, sometimes 30 days, sometimes a year, sometimes 6 months. She would make him wait. Why would she make you wait if she knows she wants you? Because she wants the power. The power to make you wait, make you beg for it, is a sense of power, right? Women make men wait for sex, make you wait so that she can break you down. And this is why women love the power of withholding, the power of the vagina, right? They think that, you're supposed to do everything bend over backwards, jump over the bridge, whatever it is to get to that coochie. So then once she wants to give you something, she gives you a list of her demands. This is what I demand for this. And that was the great lie, right? That was the great lie that us men believed. Think about it. Men were giving. We ain't the one doing the rose petals, right? We're the one put the bath water, the bubble bath, to the roses lead to the bubble bath. We're the one start Valentine's Day, put the big hearts in the room where she walks in. Men would do all this shit so she can give him that coochie and not give it to no one else. And she was like, okay, this is my way to dominate him. This is my way to have control over him. And then niggas come up with a song called Pussy Got Power, right? So woman has figured out with her pussy, she can get men to do strange things. She can get men to listen to her. But the problem that's happening is that men, they can do it for some time, but they can't sustain because they have to work to bring money to the castle, right? All this costs money now. So now she's mad, upset, and she's saying, you know what? I'm leaving you. I'm divorcing you because you're not serving me the way I need you to serve me. You're not treating me the way I need to be treated. And what men try to do, once they got her in position of they thought submitted to them, they started trying to. So women use the pussy for power, men use the money for the power, right, to leverage. And this is what women call as financial abuse, right? Because the man, when she starts behaving incorrectly, we use the money. Hey, I'm not going to get you that dress. Hey, I'm not going to pay for your trip because you talking back or you doing this or you out. And then in those days, women used to, oh shit, let me line up because I want that stuff. But now that women have access, if you try to leverage money, she's out. You can no longer leverage money against a woman. You can no longer say to her that, girl, you need to do this or I ain't gonna give you no money. Because now she can go get her own money, or she go get other men that would just give her the money. See, women have found power in sex, knowing that her vagina to a lot of men is worth a lot of money. And this is how they value themselves. So those days of leveraging against women, the one thing men had was the money. And because before, I think it goes like this. Men used to have the physical power to keep a woman in check. But then as people started unifying with the government, then men went from physical to money to try to leverage to now all they can do is just leave, threaten to leave. That's it. So it's done evolved to how you could correct your woman. You can't. You have to. The only form of correction you do is I'm leaving. That's it.
Problem. Even Tom Brady is a problem. Y'all find every single thing to find wrong with a man and every single reason to leave instead of every reason to stay because y'all don't have no responsibility to the community but yourself. Everything is about your feelings. Most of these brothers, I know for a fact, that went through hell with sisters and went, as long as she don't deal with no other man when I get in this car, I ain't gonna let her go. I'm still gonna deal with her. But y'all will find every little reason to leave your man, and you the problem. You don't want to acquiesce. You don't want to cook. You don't want to clean. You don't want to get that man head. You don't want to get that man sex. You don't want to get that man peace. But then when he step out because you unfaithful, oh, he cheated on me. Most of what y'all say respectfully are lies, because even if the community is dysfunctional, I'll ask the sisters this, and this is how I know y'all disingenuous. Do women and kids flourish better under the control of men or under the control of women? Sisters.
It's
a question.
And that's his first mistake in the debate. And I think a lot of men make this mistake when they are stating their position. When you're stating your position, hey, what's up, Lord ADS? You can check me, boo. When you're stating your position, right? You state your position. Yeah, you state your position, you add context, and then you say, I digress. Don't state your position, add context, and then ask a question. Because now you're never going to be able to finish your point. Your point will be lost. Because the women are going to come in, or even the guy, right, are going to come in and take the narrative to their favor. They're going to name call you, oh, who hurt you? Or you're so wrong. That's not what I said. And this is, I see this men do this a lot of times in debating or when they're giving their point. They always want to ask a question, which when you ask a question, you yield the floor. When you ask a question, you yield the floor because now the person's going to answer the way they want to answer it. But if we go back, let's see. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
I am a person.
Okay, no, real quick. No, just real quick. This is what's telling. Y'all majority of women like dealing with the men that deal with a lot of women and then expect them to be monogamous or only deal with you and never cheat again. But y'all, when men get with certain type of women, y'all say y'all should have saw the red flags. Y'all should have vetted. You knew what it was when you got with her. Why do so many women pick the men that have so many women and
because they want to control those guys. Those are the guys they want to submit to them. See, women like challenges. They don't want the easy guy who's come ready in a package made. Oh, I'll suck your toes. Well, at least in the beginning of their beauty. So, because it depends on what age they are. But, maybe when they're 45, 50, they might take the guy who's, ready-made package. But when they're beautiful, young, they want to take out the giant. They want to slay Goliath.
expect that man to be monogamous and change.
I said he was mixed, right? So his.
I have a question. Look, yeah, true.
Now, can I pick up the phone and call him? Motherfucker, you seasoning in our food? God damn.
You got to echo. I think it's mild. It might be mild.
Anyway, so
A Black woman looks like when she's healed, when she knows how to communicate, when she loves her children, when she's present in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can only display that to my son, and I hope like hell he finds or attracts a woman that actually emulates that and compliments him in that way. Now, if she happened to be white, then okay. Now, if she the first white one, the first one brought home and she white, I'm like, you ain't like nobody else in the class. But see, I mean, if he's tried and failed, then ain't nothing I could do or say about it. I would just hope like hell that he doesn't give up on the Black woman just because he encounters one that does not serve him or one that does not respect him.
Can I say something?
Oh, absolutely, sir.
My Wi-Fi been acting up because all this capping that's been going on. But respectfully, y'all sisters, like respectfully too. This from Jesus. Like I'm grabbing a hold of Will. Y'all liars, man. Y'all are huge liars. Like y'all go to church, but your best friend a 304 and you always outside with her. You don't want your man to be gay, but your best friend is gay. And you support the LGBT community. You don't want no coon or your kid dating outside, but you'll use feminism, sexual liberation, and a court system against y'all, man. Y'all want everything and nothing at the same time. It happens all the time. You want all the power, no responsibility. So y'all keep asking what's wrong with the man, but never look back at you and say what's wrong with the woman who raising the kids. So most of everything y'all say are lies. If you can get Cash App, if you can get stripper money, if you can be an only fans woman, if you can get a man to fix your car, if you can get a step crash dummy, why can't you keep a father in the house? Why can't you keep a husband in the house? Y'all are liars. Y'all prioritize yourself over the man, and then when you don't get what you want, you play victim and you make the man the predator and you say he the bad man. But somehow these men who
them playing victim is because they know you niggas will believe them.
no good keep getting inside of you and getting you pregnant. But the man who good, like my brother Truth keeps saying, y'all look over those men. He not good enough for you. His PP might be too small. He might be too heavy. He might be too short. It's
But what Ali has to understand is, and what men have to understand is, what do you mean good, right? Men, our lens is different than a woman's lens, right? A man might look at another man and say, oh, that's a good man, right? He should get married and all this stuff. Where the women, they don't have to look from the same lens, right? They look at, can he make me feel the way I need to feel? Can he make me happy? That is the good man I want. So he could be, it doesn't matter whether he's, righteous or whatever. She wants to be made happy because she's looking to conquer that guy. Women are looking to conquer. Women are hunter-gatherers, just like the men. That's why it's conflict of interest. Because the men, we fall for it. We think, oh, she's so soft, so feminine. She wants me, she's attracted to my masculinity. I'm going to hunt her because I want her for myself. But she's hunting you too, nigga. She wants to exert her masculinity and her dominance over you as well. Y'all both want the same thing, but how our approach is different. Right? Men, we come in acquiescing to get the power. Women sit back and smile and look good to gain power. But both of us want the same thing. Both of us the women want the power to run the relationship, to have her way. And men want the power to tell her what to do, to make sure that she keeps that coochie on lock and key, right? And women want the power to make sure you keep the D on lock and key. So we both want the same thing. And this is where the conflict of interest is coming in. Because two lions can't reside on the same mountain. They just can't.
something wrong about him that you keep finding. But what we found out every single time is that even Michael B. Jordan is a problem. Even Shamar Moore is a problem. Even Tyrese is a problem. Even Tom Brady is a problem. Y'all find every single thing to find wrong with a man and every single reason to leave instead of every reason to stay, because y'all don't have no responsibility to the community but yourself. Everything is about your feelings. Most of these brothers, I know for a fact, that went through hell with sisters and went, as long as she don't deal with no other man when I get in this car, I ain't gonna let her go. I'm still gonna deal with her. But y'all will find every little reason to leave your man, and you the problem. You don't want to acquiesce. You don't want to cook. You don't want to clean. You don't want to get that man head. You don't want to get that man sex. You don't want to get that man peace. But then when he step out because you unfaithful, oh, he cheated on me. Most of what y'all say respectfully are lies, because even if the community is dysfunctional, I'll ask the sisters this, and this is how I know y'all disingenuous. Do women and kids flourish better under the control of men or under the control of women? Sisters.
You know?
It's a question.
I'm asking the sisters. No, brothers, don't answer it at all, because they want leaders. Do sisters flourish better under the control of men or under the control of themselves? Do kids and children flourish better under the control of a man or under control of a woman?
It just depends.
It's definitely the man.
No,
You
it
gotta
definitely
pick one.
depends, because you
Ain't
can
no
have a
depends.
shitty, man that does not know anything.
You
and
answer.
just
You get it depends. You get it depends. What's her name? I don't respect. Is it Ravon or
It's the man and
it's man? Okay, hold on. Stop right there. Stop right there. Samara. Is it Samara or Samara?
Samara.
Who do women and children flourish better under?
Men.
A man
The man.
or men, right? Should
Yes.
men control women?
Control.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I believe the man is the head of the house.
I'm gonna ask you again, because I use control. I use it on purpose, right? You said the man under the control of man. Should men control women?
That's a tough question.
And that's right, Mrs. Owens. Should men control women?
I don't think it's about control. I think it's about
that's what
mutual
you already
respect.
You already answered it, Miss Ravon. Should men control women?
only because I think a little different. Control, I would say yes. It depends
And
on
we
where
already
you
know
look at
Kelly
it.
answer. Most women are the problem. They want a leader that they can control. They don't want the man to
Yeah.
control them. They want to do whatever they want, what they want. They want the man to do whatever they say. The emotional intelligence, the communication, emotional availability is all about what y'all care about. It has nothing to do with the man. And you would rather pick outside than be under the coverage of a man where you will probably flourish and be the best version of yourself, and he'll be the best version of himself, and the kids will be the best version of themselves. But y'all race to the bottom. Y'all try to see how bad y'all can do.
By the
And
way, you
after
don't know
y'all
Mark
done-
Nestor.
After y'all done,
Well-
y'all go, you know what? I'm traumatized. I got PTSD. I'm going to therapy. I'm going to God. Not so you can actually get better, so you can just repackage your reputation for somebody to be with you. You go get a good man, so you think you're a good woman, but you still that same woman who inside that was outside. Because you know how we know that? Y'all tell us to stop entertaining hoes, but all your friends is hoes. Y'all still going to the concerts. Y'all still going to the club. You still got to be outside. You still got to be on girls' trips. Nothing y'all do that you can brag about has nothing to do with bettering the community, bettering the man, bettering the kid, or bettering yourself. Everything is about some 304 stuff. If I'm a liar, the only thing y'all can brag about is being a man. It's going to be about the money you got, the degree you got, the car you got, the house you got, but you can't brag about nothing else that's feminine or woman. So can you tell me what is so valuable? Any sister on here that has nothing to do with being a man, has nothing to do with your degrees, has nothing to do with a house and a car, just like a man, that makes you valuable to a man.
Somebody really did you
Somebody
bad.
hurt
didn't
me.
they?
Somebody hurt me, right?
No,
So-
seriously.
remember-
Like I
so
studied
y'all remember
psychology.
this. Y'all
Like,
remember this.
you
Y'all
came
remember
on
this.
here gunning like
I was-
y'all
remember
liars.
this. I was in
Like,
mental. I was in mental
it
health
just-
for 15 years.
That's fine. It just goes to show like you're speaking from experience of the women that you've experienced. That's insane.
Now watch. After this is done, Kelly, eventually she's gonna get to you sassy. They
No,
love-
I don't do that because my entire platform of 900,000 followers, I take up for men. So I absolutely won't. I absolutely won't.
You already made it ad hominem. All y'all can keep.
I absolutely won't. You just don't know the content I do.
You already said it, man, and I triggered you, right? Because
You did not trigger. You don't have access to my emotions.
Well, what is the
You
proof?
came
If
on
I'm-
triggered.
so what's the proof that I was hurt?
You came on triggered. You spoke to everybody on the platform.
So substantiate how I'm hurt.
You spoke to everybody on the platform. We're having a conversation.
How the individual with this green hat up here that has 2 successful businesses, has a family.
That's fine. I have 4 successful businesses.
Edify people and talk about the actual nature of women. Tell me how I'm hurt.
That's the actual nature of the women that you've encountered. Your mother, your sister, your ex-girlfriends, maybe your daughters, your nieces,
This is
your
the
best
woman.
friend.
This is
Because
the
you
woman.
came in. Hold on, you
This
came
is the
in.
woman. No,
But you
no,
won't allow me to speak.
Tell me. How
You
am I
won't
hurt?
allow, and that's
So
why
tell
he
me
used
how
that
I'm hurt.
sassy word because he know. So
Sassy.
true. Back
Oh,
to when you first came on the podcast.
No, you're
y'all was
not-
having
man,
that conversation.
man. How
I
am I
think this
hurt?
is what the women was
How
talking
am I
about.
hurt? How am I hurt? We're still waiting on that. How am I hurt?
I can't even speak. You won't allow me to speak. So you got it.
Yes, I am. I'm at you high. Now,
But
again,
how can you?
No.
how
You
can
said I got it.
Are
This
you
is
are you
what she's
listening
doing.
to comprehend? Are you listening to
This is
understand?
interrupting. If I stop, she's gonna stop. If I talk, she's gonna interrupt.
Are you listening to
Look,
respond or
You
listening?
said I got it.
And the
You said I got
gaslighting doesn't work here
it. You
either.
said I got it.
I literally make content for
This is why this is
this,
important.
but not being like you.
Pam, you want to talk or you want to let me talk? Which one we gonna do?
You just, oh my God.
You said you got
I
it.
won't say sassy. I'll say delusional.
I'm gonna stop. Go ahead. Why? She gonna stop talking because
You don't need to stop. Go ahead.
And this is what it is, right? She's gonna overtalk because she's not gonna allow him to think, she's submissive or she's submitting to him. No, women don't give a fuck about that. She wants to show she's equal to him or better.